Hello everyone, I'm FARMERSIM and welcome to my new mini-series, the Calmsden Chronicles, here on Calmsden Farm. I do hope you're all doing very well and having a wonderful day. So yeah, this was a bit of an idea that just came to me very quickly. I've always wanted to have done some kind of series and content for you all here on Calmsden, and obviously up to now I haven't. Now we're only a couple of weeks away, I think 4 weeks I suppose roughly, away from Farming Simulator 25. And obviously being a content creator and having to move with the times, the likelihood of me getting the opportunity to make a big, long, in-depth series on Calmsden is pretty much null and void now, isn't it? I really don't have the time, but I just kind of thought a mini-series, I might be able to do something with that and just squeeze a few bits in, and I just wanted to spend a bit of time down on here because it's been, I mean, I've been making content on YouTube now for about a year and a half, and I don't think I've done any work here on Calmsden on my own at all for probably about 2 years now, and I think that's kind of criminal because this is one of my all-time favourite maps, and I'm sure it means the same to a lot of you as well. It is a wonderful map. So yeah, I just kind of figured I would put something together. Like I say, it's nothing too serious. We're not going to be taking anything too serious at all. We're just going to be enjoying a few jobs on a few fields on the map over the coming weeks before 25 comes out. And just enjoy it because it is a beauty. It's one of the all-time greats of 22, isn't it, really? And yeah, I just kind of figured I'd cobble something together and be able to make some kind of content for you all. So it's, as I say, it's going to be nothing too serious. The episodes are probably going to be a little bit shorter than the normal ones. Obviously, the series itself isn't going to run for very long. I'm going to over the coming weeks, I'll do some episodes. I don't exactly know how many, but I'll do maybe one a week or something like that. I'll just see how it goes. I'll see how the mood takes me. But as I say, I missed the place. What can I say? I just wanted to come down here, do something, make some content, and just enjoy it while we're still firmly in 22. So here we are. We've got a handful of fields. I think we've got about 4 or 5 fields in total. We own the main Calmsden Farm down here. We've not got a huge amount of equipment. We've just got, I suppose, a few of the bare essentials. I'll introduce you to a few of the things we've got. So we have the JCB Fast Track 8330. This is the LSFM edition. As you can see, it's custom painted. I do love their mods, LSFM. This is by Bayern Agra. So as you can see, it's got the custom satin black paint, the wheels, and the trim around the edge of the wheels and whatnot, and the colour-coded ASUS precision farming equipment on there. So we've got that. We've got the Claas Trion 750 harvester, base game thing. We have a Richard Weston SF16 trailer. We have here the Fendt 942 Vario again. This is the LSFM edition by Bayern Agra. So it's got the same kind of spec as the JCB. It's got the colour-coded ASUS equipment there on the mirrors. You've got the colour-coded wheels, and you've got the tyre inflation and deflation system there. You've got the Philip Watkins 1400 kilogram front weight, and we have ourselves the Horsch Finer cultivator here as well. Round the corner here we have the Leyland 2100 Synchro. Now this tractor is going to be primarily only for towing the header and the header trailer on there. It's just a tractor that it's a beautiful thing, it really is, and I've always wanted to do something with it. So that something is going to be nothing more than dragging the trailer with the header on behind it. That's simply that. Coming around the corner here into our little shed, we have got Kuhn Deltis 2 liquid fertilizer sprayer. We have the Kubota DSXW Geospread lime spreader. We've got a few shelves with some seed. We've got some lime, and we've got some liquid fertilizer here on the shelf there. We've got the JCB 54170 Agri Load-All with the pallet fork on the front, of course, just to help us load things up. Around the side here we have got ourselves the Claas Quadrant 5300 FC square baler. We've got a Macaulay low loader trailer. We do have universal auto load enabled in the save, so we'll be able to bale things up and pick the bales up with that using auto load. We have ourselves a potato drilling machine. We'll come to that stuff in a minute. And we, of course, have got our seeder. We have our Kuhn seeder at the rear mounted bit here, and we have the Kuhn TF 1512 front tank as well. And that's what we've got round here at the farm here. I'm sure you're all familiar with the Calmsden setup here. I've not done any alterations here. The only thing I have done is just removed the fuel tank from here. That's something I always kind of did, because I do have one of my very old auto drive networks running on this save, and it kind of does a loop-de-loop here and turns around, and hence why I got rid of the diesel tank there. So that's that for that, I suppose. A very short introduction to the basic equipment that we have there. Going to take a quick run round the corner, because we do have a few cows. Now, as I said before, I'm not going to be taking anything too seriously. The cows have got some food in the trough, they've got some straw. We do need to top up with some straw when it comes to harvesting the fields. We've got a couple of fields of oats, if I remember correctly, and we've got a field of barley, I think. Now, and we've got 60 cows, 60 head of cows in the field here, in the pen, in the pasture. But what we also have is this field here, a field of potatoes, which are all ready to harvest, and that is what we're going to be cracking on with in today's episode. Those of you who've been following my series, and especially the one on Court Farms, I did have a bit of an idea recently that I wanted to get my hand into a few potatoes, but unfortunately, come the planning, I was literally a day late. I jumped into the episode, started recording, and realised that my plan was completely foiled, because potato drilling season ended the day before, so I was completely stumped with that. So I'm going to do that on this series. I don't know how long we're going to go with it for. We've just got this field at the minute. The potatoes are ready to harvest, and we do have this Roper Panther 2 potato harvester here. It's not one of the really big daft ones, those red ones that are just ridiculously difficult to manoeuvre around. This is a mod, and I have nicely parked it under the shed here, so I don't have to drive it too far around the map, because this thing would be an absolute nightmare. So yeah, we're going to crack on with that. That's what we're going to be doing in today's episode. And just round the corner here, there's not really much to show you here. Obviously, I'm sure, again, those of you who are familiar with Calmsden Farm know what's going on here. We've got a bit of chaff in the bunker there. We have the Renault Aries with a front loader and the bucket on the front. We've got the Keenan Mech Fibre TMR mixing machine, and we have a straw blower. And that's pretty much as it gets. That's what we've got. That's all of our equipment. We don't have a huge amount, as I say. With it being a mini-series, we're just going to crack on, take things as they come, and just enjoy playing the map, essentially, just for a few episodes over the coming weeks until 25 comes out. Because, like I say, it is one of the greats, if not one of the absolute greats of FARMERSIM 22, isn't it? And I just, like I said, just wanted to make some content for you all, enjoy playing it for a little bit, and just take it from there. So, yeah, the Calmsden Chronicles, a new mini-series. So, like I said, we're going to do the potatoes today. We can't tip them into any silo or anything like that. Our site, we don't have any multi-fruit silos on the map. I haven't placed any extra silos down or anything like that. All we've got is the silo that is over at Calmsden Farm there now. That doesn't take potatoes, so we're just going to be picking them out the ground and trailering them to whichever sell point is giving us best price. So I'm going to pull this thing out the shed here first and foremost. Now, I've very, very rarely done potatoes in my time playing Farming Simulator 22, so I figured it was about time I did something. So let's just pull this onto the grass first before we do anything, because I am going to be doing my usual. Be popping this whole job into a bit of a cinematic. I'll just let that tick over there, let it warm up. Going to run around, we'll get the JCB and the trailer, and I'll pick you up in a few moments' time when we're ready to go. Right then, so on our way to the field, we've got the JCB and the Richard Weston now, and I've just checked up. The sell point offering best money at the minute for potatoes is the garden centre, which is in the top left-hand corner of the map, just up here. There we go. So that's our sell point for today, the garden centre. We are all the way over here in field 6, so there's going to be a bit of trekking back into for the JCB on auto drive, but it's all good. Hopefully we're going to make a little bit of money. Now, money wise, I've started us with £20,000 in the bank. That's pretty much it. so it'll be interesting to see what we get from this. If we have a look at the numbers of the field, the pH values aren't particularly great, but the nitrogen is bang on. So we've got an expected yield of 118%, a yield potential of up to 125, I think, if the lime had been done, but it hasn't. But that's all good. We'll see what we can get out of this. So, that's a rundown of the numbers, a quick rundown of all the machinery that we've got on the farm. So let's just crack on and enjoy a bit of Calmsden Farm, shall we? There we go. That was a long job, I tell you. So we started this at about 8 o'clock this morning. It is now 20 to 1 in the afternoon, so a good 4 and a bit hours worth of work. But absolutely worth it, because as you can see, the money, we are now sat at £88,877, bringing the grand total of money that we made from this field of tatties, 68,877 quid. Very happy with that indeed. Now, I know I could have made a lot more had I held on to them, had a silo somewhere and held on to those tatties till January, I think it would be. We'd have made an extra 60 quid per 1,000 litres, so we could have made more. But like I said before, that's not the purpose of this series. The purpose of this series is just to enjoy Calmsden Farm once again before 25 comes out, because I must admit, just doing that one job, I've absolutely loved every second of this. And I'm going to love every second of making a few more videos for you in the coming weeks, because yeah, it's just lovely being down here again. It really is. So yeah, not bad at all. Almost 70 grand made from that lot, so that'll do. We've used about half a tank of fuel in this thing, and the same in the fast track as well, going back and two. It's a pretty good bit of kit, this, I must admit. I have done potatoes before in the past, and quite a long time ago, and I do remember them being quite troublesome. I'm sure we can all agree when you've got massive machines like this, narrow headers, course play and auto drive, there's always some kind of faff about, isn't there? But this has worked perfectly. God's honest truth, I haven't had to intervene anywhere. If I jump into the map PDA, because I do need to show you quickly the fields that we own as well. I forgot to do that before, but yeah, this is the field we were in. If I go to the growth, there we go. Not a single potato has been missed. So I'm very quite chuffed with that. But yeah, as you can see, we own fields 2, fields 3 and field 5 over there, and we also own field 16 here, which is grass, and that's ready to cut. Over here, the crops that we have, we've got 2 fields of oats and a field of barley, and so I think with this doing the same as we have done here, I think what we'll do is we'll harvest those fields and we'll just fire them off to be sold and just get as much money into the bank as we can, just because there's no other reason. I'm not, like I said, I'm not too fussed about, you know, scrimping and scraping on and making top dollar on every single thing. We're just going to make a bit of money, grow the bank account, and have a bit of a laugh and a bit of fun back here on Calmsden Farm. So I think I am going to call it here for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. As I said at the beginning of the video, the premise of this is that the episodes may well be a bit shorter than what I usually make, like 30 or 40 minutes long. I think this one's knocking on the door of, I don't know where we are, somewhere in the 20 odd minutes, I think. But yeah, that's the idea, just to have, like I said, a bit of fun here on Calmsden, and relive some wonderful memories that this place has produced. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I really do hope you've enjoyed this little episode back here on Calmsden. As always, if you're new to the channel and you like my content, you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting that subscribe button and jumping on board, joining the channel. Please give the video a like if you can. It does do wonders, helps the YouTube algorithm do its thing. And as always, there are a host of links in the video description below with my Giants Partner promo code. If any of you are in the market for purchasing a DLC, an add-on, a season pass, or even the full game itself, and you like the idea of helping a content creator and supporting their channel, as always, I would be massively appreciative. So thanks again for your time, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.